Welcome. Today we'll be going through a Hatha yoga, Kundalini yoga, Tai Chi, and Pranayama sampler. We're going to begin in Hatha yoga with cat-cow pose. So allow yourself to settle into a tabletop pose and gently begin flexing your spine with your chin upwards on the inhale, and then curling your spine with the belly rising up and the chin coming in towards the chest on your exhale. And begin at a slow pace, settling in gently to the rhythm. And as you finish one more cat-cow pose, begin to ease into a downward dog pose by coming up on the balls of your feet, extending your arms and spine fully, and trying to look at your belly, focusing on extending through all parts of your body. And slowly flow into up dog as you press the tops of your feet into the mat, and you allow your chest to come upwards, flowing between these two poses at your own pace. Maybe wiggling from side to side if you're called to do that. On your next down dog, see if you can press onto one heel at a time, imagining that the heel is going to come all the way to the ground, alternating feet, and experiencing the lengthening and contracting of each calf as we transition into side planks. Allowing your right arm to provide a stable base for your body as you stack your feet on top of one another, lifting your left arm if it feels comfortable, and coming into wild thing if you feel stable enough, allowing your left arm to jut out for a second before coming back into downward dog. Noticing how different each side feels as we proceed to the left side. Once again, providing a stable base, a stable triangle, using your left hand really pressing into each finger and your left foot coming into wild thing if you feel inclined. Allow yourself one more down dog before coming into easy pose or hero pose, whichever one's most comfortable for you. Our last Hatha yoga pose will be chest and shoulder openers. For chest openers, sit up straight, clasp the hands behind the back, and pull as if to open your entire chest. Maybe moving from side to side, but really extending those arms back and shaking it out if you feel a little tension develop. And for our shoulder extensions, we're going to place the back of the left hand against the back of your right side, kind of where your kidney would be. And your right hand is going to keep that left hand in place as you bring the left shoulder backwards, really feeling that shoulder open up. Shake it out if you need to, and do it once more. Feeling the strength that comes from such an acute sensation before we proceed to the next side. We're now going to move on to our Kundalini yoga sequence, beginning once again in cat-cow, but this time at a fast rhythm. It's the exact same movement, but at a more intense pace. So just get into it. Do a couple more before returning to tabletop pose and flowing into easy pose, maybe grabbing a cushion if you need one, or hero pose, whatever's most comfortable, as we perform Ego Eradicator. For this one, arms extended at 45 degrees upwards. Your 4 fingers are coming into the mound of your palm as you breathe in and out through the nose, pumping through the diaphragm. You should try to keep your chest as immobile as possible, only using your belly and your navel and your diaphragm to pump air through your body. And take this at a rapid pace. I'll tell you when to stop. In Kundalini Yoga, pain is not something to be shied away from. Welcome it. And if it gets too intense, come back to the breath as your guide. One concept to remember is who's telling you that you're in pain right now? Is it a specific muscle, a joint, an organ? Question the source and figure out if it's valid, because most likely you can go much, much further than you ever expected. Keep going. All right, give it your all in these last few seconds. Go on, just a couple more. Taking in a deep breath, allowing the thumbs to attract magnetically above your head. Holding it there. And then exhaling as you allow your arms and your hands to come down and rest gently on your knees. Feel your entire body. As we now enter frog pose, we're going to do 26 iterations, coming up onto the balls of our feet and inhaling as we extend our legs, exhaling as we fold our legs and look forwards. We want to try to make our heels be touching at all times. This might be difficult for some of us. And really focus on impeccable form, one repetition after another. Giving it your all for these last few. As we immediately relax and come into easy pose, or hero pose, or whatever is most comfortable to you. Preparing for flapping of the wings, where we simply flap our arms up and down, starting with a moderately quick pace at the start, but increasing slowly throughout the practice. Really getting into it. Nothing else matters but you flapping your wings right now. Enjoy it. Holding it for just a few more seconds. Just a few more seconds. And release. Allowing your arms to relax downwards onto your knees. Feeling the rush of energy that comes from flushing out our lymphatic system, where we hold a lot of stress in our armpits. Feeling this flush of new energy. Coming now into a standing position as we prepare for the Tai Chi sequence of this practice. First, finding a comfortable standing posture. Legs and feet a little bit wider than hip distance, and allowing your hands and arms to come by your side. Proceeding into our first movement, which is turtle breathing. This is an 8-second inhale and 8-second exhale. On the inhale, you're opening yourself up to the world, mainly using your arms, your chest, and your head, all signifying you are open to receiving. As you reach the end of the inhale after 8 seconds, you begin to close, closing your arms, your chest, and your head inwards. Exhaling through the nose or the mouth, whatever's most comfortable to you, drawing that energy inside you. feeling the shift of energy that you just experienced as we proceed into floating hands and ball of qi. So you want to start with your hands in front of your abs, and you allow them to gently lift upwards. Once you get about chest height, allow the hands to come slightly more into the center as they fall back down. And as they flow, they come around your waist to the back of your body. And you have to imagine holding a giant ball of qi, of pure energy, behind your back and cradling it and allowing it to infuse you with new energy, as if you had a portal in the back of your spine. You're just allowing yourself to receive from your ancestors and from the common wisdom of this universe. Finishing up one last movement as you return to center and as we progress into shooting arrows. For this, come up onto one foot, arms overhead, knee comes out to one side, and with each breath in, draw your arms above your head and begin to exhale as you bend one knee. And with one arm, you are figuratively cocking the arrow. With the other hand, you are sighting. And what this looks like is pulling the arrow string back with one hand, imagining the tension. And with the other hand, using your index and your middle finger and looking between them as if you are sighting a target in the distance. And as you do this with each iteration, find your drishti point, the point of concentration. It might be in the distance, and allow your focus to rest on that point. Remembering to inhale as you come up out of the pose. Exhale and look to one side. And when you're ready, come back to center. Feeling any shifts in your body state. As we now prepare to rotate the energy wheel. So bring your left hand closest to your abdomen, your right hand on top of it, but not touching, and begin to rotate your hands in a clockwise motion, feeding this area with new energy. Imagining that the center of your abdomen is the center of the universe. The only thing that exists is that spot on your body right now. Feeding it with new life. Making the most perfect circles you can imagine. And continue to make these circles as you bring your arms and your hands a little higher with each circle, higher up your body, feeling the energy flow upwards through your middle dantian area, your heart and your chest, feeling the energy inside of you, proceeding to your throat, grounding yourself while maintaining an awareness of your body in space and time. Coming up even more, approaching your face, and you can gently place your hands over your face, smiling here if you feel like it, and just breathing, feeling the energy you've just created resting here for a second. Before placing your arms above your head, forming a triangle with your hands that you can look through to the sky and stand here proud to be alive, to be in this moment, to be here as you gently release your arms and hands back down. As we now begin the Pranayama section, finding a comfortable seated position as you take your right hand and place the thumb on your right nostril, and then your index and middle finger can rest gently on your forehead. With your thumb on your right nostril, inhale through your left, then use your pinky and ring finger to plug the left nostril as you free up the right nostril, and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril, then plug that nostril with your thumb before inhaling with the left. Finding your own pace and rhythm, but knowing that this specific exercise should be done with strength in order to clear any blockages. It doesn't need to be forceful, just needs to be powerful. Continuing with this flow, which is inhaling, then switching, exhaling, inhaling, then switching. Allowing your right hand to come back down on your knee as we prepare for Chit Shakti Pranayama. In this one, we're going to adopt a pose like a cheerleader with pom-poms. Taking 2 last deep breaths in to calm ourselves before doing 15 repetitions of in through the nose, out through the mouth. It should be forceful. We're trying to get as much energy through our bodies in these few repetitions that we're doing. After you do 15, you can breathe out completely, allowing your hands to come onto your knees. And if you'd like, you can suck in your belly, bringing your chin down, and just feeling the absence of air in your body, yet the abundance of energy. As we prepare for round 2, this time 30 breaths. Maintaining the same level of focus and energy and devotion that you brought to the first 15. Seeing how deep within you can go. feeling where the energy is flowing throughout your body as we prepare for the third round. 40 breaths this time. And on the last one, exhale, bring your arms back down onto your knees, suck in your belly if you'd like, and just feel. All right, we're going to come into Nadi Shodhana, which is the twin of Anulam Vilom. It's the same movement, but this time instead of breathing in forcefully or powerfully through our nostrils, we will do it to relax ourselves, so as slow as possible. Once again, using our right hand to control which nostril is breathing, and going at your own pace, remembering to inhale, then switch nostrils, exhale, inhale, then switch again. And finish your last round of Nadi Shodhana as we proceed into bee's breath. In this sequence, we're going to place our index and middle finger over our eyes and our thumbs over our ears as we inhale and make the sound like a bee. Placing the tongue on the roof of our mouth and feeling how the vibrations stimulate our pineal gland, the center of visualization, sometimes called the third eye. Finishing up your last round as you thank the universe for all the gifts that you can think of in this moment, maybe anything you haven't noticed, but that has been with you forever. Thank you.